Hey, this is Simeon from Monument City, fan of Everton. Welcome to the DU Football Show, and Graham's going to have no kind of college fun left after this.
Yeah, for neither one of the children.
Nope.
What, a $700 loss?
That was a $700 loss. Yes, sir.
Little extra sting is my bet hit as your bet missed.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. We got 20 fucking games to talk about, Killer.
We do. And some other shit, too.
Well, let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Smells of Malort. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the Drunken United Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way is the deeply despaired Samuel Graham. Sammy, how we doing today?
I almost asked my wife for eyeliner so I could go emo today.
That does not surprise me. It was a tough one this weekend, wasn't it?
Heartbreaking.
You know, if
Heartbreaking, but not necessarily unexpected.
yeah, well,
When as soon as I saw the back three that we decided to put out, I knew that it would be an uphill battle.
you know, if only somebody on injury time had said you were going to lose, like me. We're recording at Studio H, just outside our nation's capital. You can check us out on all podcast platforms. Please be sure to rate, subscribe, review, and share with your footballing friends. I know we have a few new listeners this week, so please feel free to reach out to us and tell us what you think. Sammy, should anybody want to reach out and chat with us, how can they do that?
You can send all your hate mail to @WhiskeySam. Just kidding. We're at DUfootballshow on all the social medias. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then DUfootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
A lot of communication this weekend. It was awesome.
Oh, it was great. We had a lot of fun.
A lot of stuff on Twitter, a lot of stuff on the DU show page.
Yep.
Like a lot of fun. That's we want that every week.
Yeah.
That's just great.
And I think the highlight was probably giving David Geckel all of his shit for Leeds.
Oh yeah, that one was the best. that was the best. So it's like
absolutely
we're rooting for you now. Win, so you come up with the proper hatred your club richly deserves. And,
Yeah.
oh shit, you're playing the bottom two teams. You're gonna fuck it right off.
Well, the best part about it was he doesn't know the both of us together very well,
Right.
and it was full on us playing off of each other's shit talking, and the full 16 years of unbridled love and affection we have for one another, all being funneled into hatred for someone else.
And another
all
thing,
at once.
and you didn't know, and I'm going to tell you, and this is going to be, and hunna.
Yeah,
That's all it was.
He didn't even have time to respond. It was brilliant. Oh, it was so funny. So funny.
All right. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. We are still on a gin kick because it's still warm outside. So, Sammy, what are we drinking today?
All right. We have some sort of lovely raspberry cocktail that you came up with.
Yep.
I'll have to get you to tell me about that in a little bit. But the base spirit is Citadel Gin. Comes in at 88 proof. It is made from naked flame distillation, which basically means that it was made in a cognac still with an open fire burning underneath of it, which is how cognac is done.
Yep. That's the Pierre Ferrand people who we've drank before. We've
Yep.
drank their cognac before. This is their gin.
Absolutely, and it is fan-fucking-tastic. So this one comes in, like I said, at 88 proof and will be $19.99 to $24.99 on the shelf, namely because they own the still. They're not renting it or paying it off from anybody, so they can keep the price relatively low.
Yeah. It's a cognac still, so they can make a really nice crafted gin at a
Yep.
cheap price because there's no fucking overhead.
Absolutely. It also comes with a ton of botanicals and the juniper kind of toned down, like we talked about with Hendrix a few weeks ago. Very new style of craft gin making, where new being relative, that Hendrix pretty much invented, where the juniper is toned way down. Still has juniper, the only legal necessary botanical to be a gin. But this one uses juniper, of course, almond, iris root, fennel, anise, paradise grain, orange peel, cardamom, violet, lemon peel, coriander, kubub. Don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a root.
It kind of looks like
Similar to quinine.
it kind of looks like a silly little elephant. Cassia, licorice, savory. It's a flavor. Nutmeg, angelica, cumin, and cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole lot going on there.
19 different botanicals in this one.
Almost as complicated as me. I definitely want to snort at that.
Yeah.
What's
What's interesting on that, Sam, for that gin in particular, it's right around the same price as all the industry leaders. So
Yeah.
like Tanqueray, Bombay, Beefeater, all those guys. And it's a really lovely gin, and it's a really affordable price.
Yeah, it's very good. A lot you can do with it. You can play with it. Any of those botanicals you could highlight or do something with. To be honest with you, the way it smells, and especially with all the roots in it, you could definitely make a good vegetal martini, like a rosemary and thyme martini, or cucumber, rosemary, and lime. It'd be excellent.
Has the legs to hang with the Negroni and all that kind of stuff. So
The rosemary and thyme. I said lime. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that if you see a bottle of it, just personal opinion, give it a try. It's a really fuck good gin at a really fuck good price.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And why don't you tell us about the cocktail you made? I get a load of raspberry on it. It's a fantastic little drink.
Close on raspberry. It's actually blackberry. So what I did was the Citadel Gin.
Fresh blackberries.
Yes, I did the dry, the orange dry from Polar.
Okay.
Then I also did a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of a blackberry syrup. So it was fresh blackberries we had gotten from a friend of ours that came up from North Carolina for the party last week.
Yeah.
Cooked that down in brown sugar instead of white sugar. So equal parts brown sugar, water, and then the blackberries, and just let it cook down, mashed them out, strained it, and had a blackberry syrup.
There you go.
And a little soda water to give it fizz.
Yep.
And maybe a wee bit of the Bucky.
What?
There's a little bit of Bucky in this, baby.
Oh, good. That'll actually help me lift myself up from the weekend.
Yes.
Thought I tasted cocaine.
Yes. For those of you who do not know what the Bucky is, Buckfast is basically Mad Dog 2020 on crack.
It's Scottish crack.
Yeah.
Made by the English.
Yeah.
Made by monks in England.
Yes.
Actually.
And it is a favorite of ours, even though it tastes like utter and complete crap. So, Sammy, the name of this drink I am calling is the Carry On.
The carrier.
Because after you drink it, fuck all will really matter.
That's it.
What else should we be doing, Sammy?
We should also drink responsibly, which we probably won't do tonight.
Oh, with the Bucky? Oh, hell no. We're starting a fist fight with like a deer or something.
Hey,
so,
Mel, tonight,
Leave the chickens alone.
no, stay in your lane. Because after half this pitcher, I might just jeb a cunt.
heard. Let's have a good show, kids.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
And I will go ahead and mute since you have, 50 games to cover?
Yeah, pretty
something
much.
like that. Also, make sure you check out that YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
Buckfast Rhapsody. Sorry.
We'll put that on the DU FC
Yeah.
page, the
You'll
Drunken
have-
Night FC page,
To
definitely.
get the joke that I just made, you need to listen to that song.
And if hey, Sam, if you're a Patreon listener, you would know about this song because we played it a few episodes back. And
We
how do
did.
you find out about our Patreon, Sammy?
You go on www.patreon.com/DUfootballshow and just pick a tier. $5 or up, you get all the extra content. $1, you get a sticker.
Excellent. The bottom of the table is as close as it can be. One side has determined its fate. Last year's top side of the championship is now going down. 4 teams still fighting for 2 spots of safety. Chris, Smokey, and the Iron Nation. The world is officially coming to an end. We are leading with those hammers 2 weeks in a row. West Ham 4, Norwich 0. Burnley 1, West Ham 0. Watford 2, Norwich 1. Watford 2, Newcastle 1. Villa 2, hey, a win. Palace 0. Bournemouth 4, Leicester 1. Mr. Michael Antonio, stand up and be fucking counted, son.
So he coming into this game, he had 4 goals for the season.
How many did you have in this game?
4. He doubled his count in one game. Absolutely brilliant. It's one of those. He's the type of player
that David Moyes jerks off to.
Yeah.
This is the kind of player.
and the only person that David Moyes jerks off to.
Exactly.
He works very hard. He's not especially technically gifted, but he works hard, always has a positive attitude. His entire demeanor is infectious, and good on him. He had a hell of a game. I think 3 of the 4 goals were headers.
That third goal that was a header, that just antithesis what you say about like the work ethic. He's running, the keeper blocks the ball, goes up into the air, he heads it over top of the keeper and runs and watches it go into the back of the net.
And watched it right back into the back. And it was a terrible attempt at a finish from his foot that led it to pop up into the air in general. Yeah. And then as the keeper was laying on the ground, having saved it with his feet, it popped up in the air. Great reactions. Kept with his run. And bang, right in the back of the net, held off the defender trying to get to the line as well.
Just like we talked about the week before, he gets fouled. He doesn't sit there on the ground and bitch and whine about it. He jumps up, starts running towards goal. Next thing you know, he's scoring a goal. Not necessarily the talent that West Ham needs to get them over the finish line, but certainly the effort West Ham needs right now to get them over the finish line.
I'd say 4 goals in a game is very talented.
Yeah, amazing. So long, Norwich. We hardly knew you. You came up. You beat City.
Well, here's the thing.
You're going back down.
Yeah. I was going to say, as a neutral between these two teams, and I guess you can call me somewhat of a broadcaster since we do this, this was Norwich's season in microcosm, right? They started decent. They fell apart. They played decent for 5 more minutes and then continued to fall apart worse than they did the first time.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been the entire season for them. It's been up and down. Within every single 90 minutes. The only complete 90 minutes they put together was against City, that one game.
Mix in real quick, because we'll talk about Watford in a moment, but mix in their loss to Watford. They took a 1-0 lead in that game.
Yep.
Managed to lose 2-1.
Yeah.
Just that's been them all year.
Apparently, I heard over the weekend, they had a plan when Daniel Farke was brought in. They had a plan to come up within X number of years, right? Mm-hmm. Add to their team appropriately over time. It's not a very rich club.
Right, of course.
Add to their team this way, that way, what have you. And come up after 2-3 seasons, whatever it was. Well, he got them up quickly.
Right.
And they weren't prepared to spend the money. And luckily they didn't, because a club like them would have been in real trouble with COVID, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But with that came their team not being fucking good enough. Period.
Right.
Just at the end of the day, they weren't fucking good enough. They had that initial rush of adrenaline. We're in the fucking Premier League in the first two maybe month and a half, 2 months. And they played well. They got a couple
Took a few scalps.
Yeah, got a couple of crazy wins, couple draws here or there. And then the reality set in of, oh, fuck, we're in the Premier League.
Then January happened.
Yep. And they got the shit kicked out of them on a very regular basis. And West Ham are not a particularly good team. Smokey and Chris aren't going to hate me for saying that.
No, they haven't been very good at all this year.
They know it too.
Yeah.
And for West Ham to put Norwich to the sword like this really shows where Norwich is as a football club. Also shows why we couldn't find a supporter for them to be on the show.
There's apparently a bunch on Twitter. Just none of them like to answer the tweets. There's a Baltimore one, there's a DC one, and I tried to reach out to them. So
there you go.
Fuck them. They went back down. You mentioned teams that go up and go down. There was a team that seesawed a lot like that, and they figured out a way to slowly but surely build up their coffers, and it's worked for them, and that's Burnley.
Burnley, yep.
Burnley is, and Sean Dyche has been at the helm the whole time. They had 3 or 4 years in a row where they went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down. And they didn't spend a ton of money. They spent it wisely. They bought the right guys. They put them on big contracts. Everybody's like, oh, Norwich, who's going to get Buendia? Buendia's on a 4-year deal. Buendia ain't fucking going anywhere.
Nope. Daniel
Farke
Farke is not going anywhere. The manager's not going anywhere.
No.
He, I heard on another show, it was very funny. He went in and then was asked after a meeting that he had with the board, and they were like, so are you going, did you get sacked? What happened? Are you going anywhere? Or what's going? He was like, well, I bought a house. So, well, if that's all you have to do to keep a job after being such shit all season.
I own property.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, I just bought a house 5 minutes away.
So, you would think the Hammers were safe, but then Watford went off and won 2 in a row.
Right. Yeah, what's going on there?
Get ready. This is going to be a theme.
Yeah, well, high-flying Newcastle come crashing down to earth, right?
They ran into the buzzsaw that is Sir scores a lot at Manchester City.
Yeah, but before that, they had their. I'm just talking about specifically.
They were
2-1 loss. They what two four-goal games in a row?
Yeah, they were on a little roll.
They were on fire, and it was this game, wasn't it, that Danny Welbeck had his overhead kick?
No, that was the two.
That was the other one.
The Norwich one was the overhead kick. The Newcastle
I can't
one.
keep all this shit straight.
The Newcastle one was the two very soft penalties that
That's
Deeney
right.
put away.
Yeah, two soft penalties, but then two very hard fucking penalties.
Yes. We're not saying they were soft by Deeney. Fat Drake fucking ripped them through the back of the net.
Yeah.
But they were soft fouls, and there's a lot of rumor mill going on that apparently back when Norwich had gone, when Newcastle had first gone down, the first time they went down to the championship, that a bunch of Villa supporters were in their building holding up signs that said like, haha, you cunts, you're going down, blah, 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 like being really so now the conspiracy theory is maybe, just maybe, Newcastle made sure there was a little extra oomph underneath Watford's sails that day.
Yeah. Right. Well, they had in the Watford Norwich game, you had
and I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't for the fact that they're owned by Mike Ashley, and anything is fucking possible when you're owned by Mike Ashley.
Absolutely. The only thing that we need to mention from the Watford Norwich game was the overhead kick.
Yeah, beautiful.
Everything else was absolute garbage in that game.
Was that kind of like the forthcoming of the apocalypse for you to see Danny Welbeck hit an overhead kick and be like, oh,
yes.
man, it's all going to go wrong for me at Arsenal?
You know what? I felt good for him. I felt like that was the positive change that 2020 needed.
Right.
To get things moving. And then
it all just came
the
crashing
weekend
down.
happened. Yeah, it all came crashing right back down again. That's really, I'm tired of talking about Norwich, so we don't need to talk about that game.
Nope.
But that was a brilliant goal.
So, back-to-back 2-1 wins for Watford. You would think they had done enough. But then Villa won.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Again, Sam, there's a theme. But I tell you, Sam, this was the one all of us kind of collectively circled and went, oh, yeah, this is going to be the game. Like, if Villa's going to have any chance,
this is the one.
This is the one they gotta win.
Definitely. And they were value.
And they look good.
Not to be overshadowed by the pre-match bullshit, because that doesn't deserve the limelight.
Right.
It's going to have its own little piece at the end.
We'll talk about that at the end. Yeah.
But really decent game from Villa. They pretty much dominated the game.
Yeah.
Wilfred Zaha had a few chances. Benteke had a couple of chances, but other than that, Villa were in control, in my opinion.
And when
Trezeguet
they had chances,
two good goals. Yeah,
Pepe came up, was big for the task.
Yep, absolutely. He was much equal to it.
Mings and Konsa looked real good in the
looked staunch like they did at the beginning of the season.
Yep,
they stood on their heads a bit,
and that
from
was
time to time.
because I forget the other. Konsa normally plays on the outside. He had to slide in the middle. Starts with a house. House is it?
Howerhan.
No. That's the midfielder.
You're talking about the defender?
Courtney House.
That's his name, bro.
Yeah,
Courtney House. And it's Hoss.
Hoss. Okay, yeah.
I think
went
it's
down.
Pronounced House.
I thought it was going Hay.
I call him Hoss.
Yeah.
Hoss.
He went down right before the game starts, so Konsa had to slide middle, and they played a hell of a match. I mean, it's good. Now, you would think, Melissa, that was good enough, right? That would be good enough. But no, Bournemouth went off and won as well. What? 3 weeks ago, we're talking about how none of them want to win. They're all camping out. Nobody gives a shit. And this weekend, all of them. Well, everybody.
I'm
all
worried,
the goals.
I'm
all
worried,
the winning.
Yeah, I'm worried if this is like everyone did their cause every time a team is near relegation or gets relegated,
there's the last gasp.
They have that last hoorah in the Premier League.
Or they were just listening to your show.
And
you lit a fire under their asses.
Could be.
Yeah, Jack Grealish, known listener of the show.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, in that case.
Well, apparently, Dominic Solanke, known listener of the show.
Jesus Christ.
Theater school, Jack, I can give you a few pointers when you want to be all dramatic with your falls, because that one was pretty sad.
Did she accuse one of her own players of diving?
Absolutely. The foot and then the arms, and they flailed back, and it was just like, oh, come on, dude. That was just bad.
Well, in the next segment, we can explain that he was given proof positive that works because it worked against his team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he probably figured, what the fuck? I'll have a go.
I'll do that anyway.
Let me say I'm going to pull a Bruno and see how that works out.
So Vardy obviously opened the scoring in the Bournemouth game, and from there you think, here we go again.
1-0 halftime.
Bournemouth is
Honestly, I
fucked.
walked away from the game.
Yeah.
I walked away. I had to go back to the game because there was a shit ton of. I was like, the fuck, all these
What
goals
just
happening?
happened? Yeah. Losing Nathan Ake.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fuck, here comes the floodgates.
Oh, it's over now.
Now, cue, we don't have it. This is just me saying it.
Right.
Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Yeah.
As Kasper Schmeichel kicked the ball into the back of Wilfred Ndidi. and Ndidi then, in recovery, brings down Callum Wilson for a penalty, which Junior Stanislas dispatched brilliantly. Less than a minute later,
Goal.
Dominic Solanke, first time in, I think the stat I heard was 791 days between his first Premier League goal and this goal.
A little foreshadowing. There was on Twitter a picture of Solanke stats: 1 goal, 2 assists, and next to it, Tim Howard stats: 1 goal, 2 assists.
Nice.
Problem: Tim Howard
Is a goalkeeper.
is goalkeeper.
Yeah, and Dominic Solanke's a forward that
He's a
plays
forward.
fairly often. Yeah. And and so Solanke scored. Kasper Schmeichel should have saved, right?
Yep.
So then Colin Wilson goes to get the ball. Soyuncu was kind of standing over the ball in the goal. Wilson pushes him. Soyuncu falling back into the net, lashes out, kicks the fuck out of Callum Wilson. Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music again as Leicester go down to 10 men. Straight red. End of story. What you worried about?
Straight red. Bye-bye for the rest of the season. Not like your team doesn't desperately need you right now because you're trying to hold on to a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. They'll be
Yeah.
all right. Wes Morgan will do a fine job, I'm sure.
This is FC Leicester David. Because shortly thereafter, there was a fucking own goal.
Yep.
Junior Stanislas again. Decent strike. More of a cross. Johnny Evans goes to block it. Hits off his heel on his right boot.
Yep.
Catches Kasper Schmeichel wrong-footed.
Yep.
Bottom corner. 3-1 to Bournemouth. And then the guy that has only scored twice in 791 days scored for a second time in 17 minutes. Absolutely fucking brilliant. It was... if it was written by Larry David himself, it couldn't have been any better. It was absolutely fantastic. I walked away from the game also and then laughed my tits off when I saw this in the highlights. I actually watched these set of highlights 3 times.
Well, also probably great for you because you had just had the 1-1 draw to Leicester too. That probably left a real sour taste in your mouth.
Yeah, and so to see them capitulate like this was absolutely brilliant.
Also probably makes you a little angry. You're like, where the fuck was this team against us?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, well, no, we happened to us. Again, that's what happened. But this was very funny. Very fun. It really put a nice cherry on top of the weekend of football for me.
So West Ham and Watford are even on points, and they're in 16th and 17th. 18th is Bournemouth on a point ahead of
Villa. Just 3 points
on-
back from safety.
Right.
And then I think the closest they are 4 goals back from Watford, I believe.
Watford, yes, it's
Yeah.
Watford.
So this obviously could come into play with goal differential should they end up tying at the end of the season. However, we have the worry of on Friday, there is a West Ham-Watford game.
Could be a draw.
Could be a gentleman's agreement.
And that is exactly what I'm about to get to right here.
Yep.
So the 4 teams, these are their last 3 matches for each of them. West Ham is Watford, Man United, and Villa for the final game of the season. Watford is obviously West Ham, City, and Arsenal. So not so easy for Watford. You figure there's at least 1 loss in there with City, at least, right? Bournemouth find themselves playing City, Southampton, who should have packed it up already, but haven't and have been playing really damn good ball. So that's not a guarantee for Bournemouth. And it's also a bit of a South Coast thing, so both teams will be up for it. And then they close with Everton, who Everton's already packed it up and called it a season.
Apparently.
Villa has, I think, the easiest run of the 4 is they have Everton again, who has packed it up and called it a season. And besides, do not physically have any midfielders to play midfield currently. Yeah. So that makes it kind of hard to play football when you don't actually have
a
midfield.
Yeah.
And all your center backs are now hurt.
Arguably the most important position on the pitch.
Yeah, we just don't have any of it. We're just, maybe we need to go back to the old Koeman days and pull all the number 10s out, right? And then their final game, of course, is West Ham. Very interesting setup, Sammy.
Yes, it is. There are a lot of games that actually fucking mean something going into the end of the season. I don't know how the Premier League computer figures it out, but they did once again, and we have a very dramatic bottom of the table, especially when we don't have a dramatic top of the table.
Well, it's because they all finally decided to fucking start playing. They haven't been for the past couple of weeks, and it's been hard to figure out.
Well, even then, all of that shit kept it close. The point. Normally you get 3 clubs at the bottom that will go on a bit of a run, like Brighton has,
right?
Like West Ham has. Problem is West Ham did it too late, and the other clubs decided to also win and keep them kind of in it.
Right.
But so now you run into a situation where everybody was shit for long enough and they're all within 4 points of each other. You
Precisely.
go from Villa all the way up to West Ham. You're in 4 points of one another. And this is where we called it, during COVID when we were going through the remaining fixtures for each club.
Yeah.
Goal differential is going to play a part.
Oh, I think it will.
And now you're looking at Bournemouth is only 4 goals back from Watford.
Mm-hmm.
Should they tie on points at the end of the season, that goal differential is going to come into play. We're going to come back to this game and think, man, them 4 against Leicester, a Champions League quality side. Come on.
And in the situation where we've talked about West Ham and Watford possibly going wink, wink, nudge, nudge, gentlemen's, here's the thing. There's 2 very winnable games for Villa. So that's 6 points. You're 4 points back. The other guys don't win. You're safe.
Absolutely.
So I would say Watford and West Ham, they're going to have a go.
The question is do you show up? Right? Does Villa show up? Can you bank on them showing up? And the other piece of that is you also, and we're not calling into question the integrity of the 2 clubs by any means.
Of course not.
But I can't remember who it was in the World Cup. Might have been like Croatia and somebody else that was literally the most boring game of football ever played ever.
Right.
Until Tottenham Bournemouth last week.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucking pitiful.
And that's in the next segment.
Oh, God.
Thank God we're not going to talk anything about the game at all.
No, you just light that on fire. Throw it right out. No, what I was going to say is Nigel Pearson and David Moyes, for all the shit we give the ferryman, the 2 of them are staunchly proud men and both hard men. They're both going to want to go out and win the game.
Oh, yeah.
They're both going to want to motivate their squads and do their thing. And hopefully that happens. You'd like to see the integrity of the competition upheld in that regard.
So who do you think of the 4 teams, which 2 stay up, which 2 go down?
In my heart of hearts, I still think it's going to be Bournemouth and Villa.
Okay. Got it.
Now, I would like it to be Watford instead of Villa.
I think it's Bournemouth and Watford. I think Villa, because your team will soon care fuck all on the last game of the season. My team gives fuck all right now. I think they've got opportunities to get some wins. And they finally got one. They finally scored some goals.
And who was their other one against? It's us, you, and who else?
West Ham, the last game of the season.
And West Ham, that's going to be a massive game.
Especially if we're still
has
really
West
close.
Ham done enough?
And if West Ham has done enough, will West Ham really care?
If they're already safe, right?
Yeah, if they're already safe,
Yeah.
they won't care.
They won't give a shit.
They won't care.
So it's a very, very interesting, very, very interesting 3 weeks. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Her team is catching us at the right time.
Oh, yeah. Both of us. Well, I mean, you said they still have to show up to play us. No, they don't.
Not
They
really.
don't
Yeah,
really
you're
have
right.
to show up.
Not at all.
Sam, normally all 3 of these Thursday matches would have been in the other segments, the talking about Europe or what the segment we just talked about the battle for relegation. But we're going to talk about all 3 of these Thursday games in one segment because all 3 of them have one thing in common.
Fucking VAR.
VAR gets penalty calls wrong in all 3 fucking games.
And admitted it to their credit.
That's what you jumping all over the lead, killer.
Sorry, I don't read your notes.
Man U 3, Villa. I know you don't, and it hurts my soul. Man U 3, Villa 0, Bournemouth 0, Spurs 0, Everton 1, Southampton 1. Let's hear. Bruno Konsa gets a penalty.
Gets a penalty, yeah.
Kane has contact from a Bournemouth player, no penalty. Ward-Prowse dives into Andres Gomez, gets a penalty. Immediately after the Manchester United game, the Prem comes out and goes, we got all 3 calls wrong. All 3. Penalty calls. In one fucking day.
I just fucking can't.
Now,
all 3 calls.
I didn't think we were going to beat Man U, but the score might not have been 3-0, and those goals really freaking matter right now.
That penalty at that point, the game was still 0-0.
And I reject any argument. This is payback for the 7-camera miss when Orjan fell into the goal with our ball, because that was payback for earlier in the season when we got screwed on some shit.
Yeah.
So this is a fresh screwing.
All right.
Fresh screwing.
A fresh screwing.
Yeah.
This is you know what? It seems for Villa. And if you look at it in microcosm, Leicester against Bournemouth, right? Anything that could go wrong went wrong.
Right.
Right?
Precisely.
That's how Villa's been treated by VAR for the entire season.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. You had the one against
Palace.
Sheffield United.
Oh, yeah. That
Where
one.
falling into the goal.
Right, the ball.
And that was your one.
Yeah.
Everything else has completely gone against you 100% of the time.
Oh, God, yeah. All the time.
100% of the time, it works 99.9% of the time, VAR.
I just love the fact that Bruno Fernandes, who plays for Manchester United, by the way,
stomped on him.
Stomped on Konsa's foot. Stomped on Konsa's foot. As he stomped on Konsa's foot, did what I like to call a Luis Suarez, immediately throws his leg that he just stomped with up in the air like he had been kicked.
I can't even.
And fell to the ground.
Guys, somebody get me a Starbucks and an infinity scarf, because I can't even right now.
My boy Everett, who's a United fan, calls me the next day and he's like, I was like, oh, okay, there's a penalty. And he goes, then I watched the replay and I'm like, okay, well, they're going to call that back. So, oh, well. And then he goes, they didn't?
They didn't? Yeah, with a question mark at the end.
He's like, I mean, yeah, he's like, I'm sorry for Mel's team, but fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
So now we know why Jack did it in his game against Palace.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
He had direct proof this works.
Yep. Nope. The VAR wasn't drunk that day.
Then
he didn't get the call.
The only thing we will talk about the worst game of the history of the Premier League, which was Bournemouth versus
oh my God.
Spurs, was VAR claimed that it was Alderweireld that
tripped Harry Kane. Yeah, he ran into his own player.
Problem is
he was shoved.
Nathan Ake has 2 hands on his back, pushing him on the ground.
It was the most obvious pass interference call that's ever happened. You know what I mean?
Most obvious.
It was just 2 hands right between the numbers. Bang, you're going down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Very funny. But
we got that wrong. We got it wrong.
It couldn't have happened to a better club. But that game in particular was like watching fucking paint dry.
Oh, it was awful.
I also want to say real quick, one of the worst teams in the league, Bournemouth, this season.
Right.
Tottenham didn't register a single shot on target.
Jesus.
Number one. The last point I had about the Villa game, also Bruno Fernandes, worst attempt at a Zizou turn ever.
Oh yeah.
You're supposed to step on the ball, roll it to your other foot. As you spin, roll it into your stride.
Right.
Spin off the player and turn. Missed the ball, caught the player, and then faked an injury.
Yeah. And then pretended like, no, he stepped on me.
Yeah. No, very funny.
Like I said, very classic Luis Suarez. That's what Suarez would do all the time for Liverpool. Go slide hard into somebody with his studs up.
With his teeth up.
And then immediately grab his ankle like he was the one that got fouled. And 90% of the time, he'd get the fucking call. You're like, how the fuck did that just happen?
I still, if I didn't know anything about football and you told me that Luis Suarez has gotten suspended 3 different times for biting somebody, I would think that, when somebody scores and it's pouring, just pissing it down with rain,
right,
and they go face first into the corner flag,
right,
I would think that's how he tackled. If that's
with just his teeth out,
with just his no, he went studs up. No, he went fangs up. Okay? Canines Canines right to the knee.
Heard.
Yeah.
Oh, and then into the Everton match, Ward-Prowse is falling into the penalty area. Andres Gomez literally stops, puts his arms in the air as Ward-Prowse bounces off of him and falls down. Penalty. VAR. Penalty. You're like,
no, that one was a definite pen.
Right, yeah. Right after the game, VAR goes, got it wrong.
Yeah. Thanks a bunch.
You gotta love that the Prem comes out right after, goes, yeah, we got all three of those wrong. All fucking three.
Oh yeah, no, that was bad.
No, I would say it was nice. There was a couple of lovely goals, at least in the Southampton. Yes, fuck VAR. There was a couple of really lovely goals in both. Danny Ings, just the sheer will of I am going to fucking score and you are not going to stop me from fucking scoring goal.
Yeah. There was that. It didn't really know much about it, but sorted his feet out tremendously.
And then Everton replied.
Yeah. Everton replied with a fairly mediocre goal, if you want to ask me.
You know what?
What a pass. What a pass. And then, honestly, it was a good control to keep it within him.
Right.
But it wasn't necessarily the greatest touch. It was his ability to reshape his body and adjust on the fly appropriately to keep that shot on target. Because when he jumped and volleyed, that ball was probably around his nipples.
Yeah.
And he kept it down below the bar, even with a touch from McCarthy.
Yeah.
Or We're talking about Southampton game, right?
Yeah, Southampton.
McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy, the keeper.
Ramsdale stood on his head in a Leicester game, too. It was just in my head. Sorry. And McCarthy still got a touch on it, and it still went in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So it was
what, Luca Digne from the 50, from the midfield all the way on the far left, put it to the far right on a string right onto Richarlison's foot, and Richarlison in the back of the net.
And so if you hadn't told me about it, right, before it happened, before I saw it, if you hadn't told me about it, when I saw that touch, I'd have been like, oh, shit, this is going over. But the way in which he adjusted his body, because the touch wasn't particularly good, the way that he allowed the ball to bounce and bounce that high without taking it under complete control, the way he adjusted his body and kept the ball on target, laser focused, hit it with power, and it was dipping.
Right.
It was absolutely
gorgeous.
Brilliant.
Other than that, the game had nothing else really to talk about.
Almost ruined one of the passes of the season.
Oh, it was a gorgeous pass.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that's kind of funny. If that was Pogba to Rashford, the two Robbies would be rubbing themselves on national TV.
Absolutely.
You know that, right?
No, I'm with you.
If that was De Bruyne to Gabriel Jesus, you know, all three of them and Kyle would all be choking on it, right? Just like tickling the balls, choking on it, right?
100%.
If that was Robertson to Salah, fucking Kyle would need to seek medical attention for the erection in his pants that lasted over 4 fucking hours. The Europe spots are starting to shape up, but the biggest news actually comes from, well, you need to finish that shot.
Well, you didn't tell me to, so I figured I didn't need to.
No, you already started drinking it, so drink your damn shot.
I have words.
Okay, words.
This will be my last shot of the season.
Why?
Because Villa ain't losing no more.
You're
Up the Villa, bitches.
Famous last words they like to say.
All right. So the biggest news, as I was saying, actually came from off the pitch, as the 2-year ban to Manchester City was overturned, and they are now eligible for Champions League play. Sheffield 1, Wolves 0. Wolves 3, Everton 0. Sheffield 3, Chelsea 0. Chelsea 3, Palace 2. Man U 2, Southampton 2. Arsenal 1, Leicester 1. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. Blades get a couple of monster fucking wins just when we think they're out of it.
Big time. This is the second time, I just want to say, that Chelsea has shipped 3 goals since changing their shirt sponsor due to contractual reasons to a number 3.
Yes. They're just like, this is how many goals we give up. And Ross goes, I like green crayons. They taste the best.
Yes. It was absolutely brilliant watching them flounder in the way they did to Sheffield United. However, did not help Arsenal nor Tottenham's, just want to point out, Europa League ambitions.
Nope.
Neither did you. Absolutely, I'm sorry. The Buckfast starting to kick in. Shitting the bed against Wolves.
Well, when you play with 8 players and you don't start 2 central midfielders, it's hard to win soccer matches.
Oh, they were there. They just decided to take the day off standing up.
Were they? Were they really there?
Arsenal-Leicester was honestly a fairly boring game, to be honest with you. We started well, bossed the first half. We didn't kill the game off, which is, of course, terribly annoying.
Right.
And then Eddie Nketiah comes in. I agree with you. Once again, definite red. Less than a minute on the pitch. Quite annoying. And I think with 11 men on the field, we hold out. The ball from Damari Gray should never have gotten to the point that it got to, in my opinion. When he crossed, should have never found its way all the way into the box like that. It passed 3-4 Arsenal players and the goalkeeper.
Right.
But what are you going to do? 10 men switched off momentarily. That's it.
Yep. It's
end of story. And Leicester are a good side that'll make you pay when you fuck up, and that's what happened.
Well, and also in the Nketiah red card, we didn't talk about the West Ham Burnley match because we were talking just about West Ham in general, and we're going to talk about Burnley in general at the end of the show.
And Burnley Jr., this is part of this segment. Burnley Jr. is playing very, very well.
Oh, Sheffield
United.
If Nketiah's is a red card, Trukowski's is absolutely a red card.
Absolutely fucking has to be. It was much more malicious. Yeah. He stamped right on the guy's calf.
Mm-hmm. Directly in behind.
Stupid.
Directly in behind, stomped on his calf. I mean, it was legitimately the exact same placement of foul, and foot was in the same position, and it was more malicious than Nketiah's. And like I said, unfortunate red, but he deserved it. It was his first touch. He came right on, sucked for me. He's a fantasy player for me. Walked right on, walked right the fuck off. Minus 2 points for me. Woohoo!
Yeah, it was bad. I don't get the decision making process. We talked about I think it was on Injury Time last week about players, especially young players, trying too hard, and I think that was an example of that.
Right.
He wanted to come on and make a difference so badly he did something rash. And obviously it hurt the club. Hopefully he'll learn from it, and we'll move forward. With Arteta at the helm, I think there is a glimmer of something positive to come.
Yep.
And we are still stuck with people that don't want to be positive at the moment in terms of some of the veterans. So it's kind of hard coming to fruition
right
at the moment. But I still hold faith that will happen.
Yep. Now, for Sheffield, I really am starting to think Europe is going to be a possibility. As long as you guys don't win the FA Cup, I think they finish in 7th, and I think they get the final FA.
They get the nod.
Final Europe spot.
If we don't beat City, I see City lifting the FA Cup.
Yeah.
If we do beat City, it's anybody's game. United or Chelsea.
Right, but
whoever gets through.
Right. If you don't get through, United or Chelsea are both in top 5 positions, so they're going to Europe.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, right. But I think City destroys any one of the three of us.
The Blades are actively losing for you to lose this weekend.
Absolutely.
You out of the FA Cup, then all they have to do is worry about their future.
Is make sure Chelsea, United, or really you want Chelsea.
Chelsea or City.
Any of the three would be good.
Right.
We're the only thorn in their side.
Yep.
Yeah. Because everybody else, you have to imagine, especially on United's recent form, will finish in the European places.
Wolves on a bit of a slide until you run into the old slump buster, as I like to call him, the old boys in blue of Everton. Man, that first half, Ancelotti came out with a different formation, tried to run a little something different. It seemed to be working. It seemed to be okay. And then just a silly foul in the added time gets them a penalty, and they score. And then it all went to shit after that.
What was it, a minute after coming out?
Yeah.
You gave up your second goal. And I do want a quick mention for Raul Pogba and his penalty-taking abilities. If you notice his run-up, you'll get that joke.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good one when I wrote it.
It was a good one.
I guess it didn't hit as hard, Mel.
It hit just fine. I was laughing when you said old Raul Pogba, and I was laughing.
I thought I was going to get one of your big ones. It didn't do anything.
Well, they can't all be winners now, can they, Killer?
They can't all be bangers.
Francis.
I haven't had an excuse to use that one yet. I
There you
thought
go.
it was appropriate.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was tough. And then, honestly, the Richarlison goal that happened earlier on steroids, okay, from Diego Jota taking down properly one of those crosses and finishing it appropriately.
Well, if it wasn't old short arms in the net, it was on the near post, so it would have probably been saved.
If it was Neville, is that when you shared the Neville Southall article?
Oh, I saved it. I shared it this morning. It was today in 1981 that he got he was signed by Everton.
I thought you were just pissed and reminiscing.
Jordan Ladd, maybe you should watch old Nev's way he used to play keeper. Take a few notes. Man knew how to save a ball every once in a while. You let one go between your legs, almost let it go over the line, and you can see in the replay as he's scooping up the ball, he's smiling. He's smiling, Sam. He was smiling.
There you go.
I'd just like to say, come all. Villa, Sheffield, and Bournemouth. If you're feeling down, you're feeling lonely, feel like you need to get a few points, come on over to Everton. We're shipping them away right now. Up the fucking Toffees. Here's my shot of fucking Malort.
The greatest thing is like sportsdirect.com's warehouse is for sporting attire and tracksuits and such.
Mm-hmm.
That's Everton is the Sports Direct of the Premier League at the moment, just shipping points left and right for little to no fees.
Yeah, precisely. Well, in some defense to Everton, they're stripped thin. There's nothing. And when you see like the prior game, the Southampton game, Andres Gomez is barely running because he's out of gas. And the whole
that game for me was pretty energetic, to be honest with you. It was, and the football wasn't particularly attractive.
No, but it was a fun game.
It was a fun game to watch. Yeah, it was end to end. It was almost like two top of the table championship teams going after it.
That Wolves match. That Wolves match was. Yeah, I hear you. Nice try. That Wolves match was. Wolves didn't even break a fucking sweat and beat us 3-0. Like it was appalling. Now, I will tell you, I will gladly take a shot of Malort for the next 3 matches and lose all the next 3 matches. If Ancelotti gets to see what he needs to see and figures this club out.
Yeah.
And figures what he needs and learns what he has. Like I'm okay with that because the beauty of this is I'd rather lose the last 4 on the bump under Ancelotti than have one of those miraculous winning streaks that we seem to have every year when it was under Koeman in his first year or Martinez in his first year or Silva in his first year.
Yeah.
Or the end of Allardyce's run. Or hell, 90% of the time when Moyes was coaching us. Like, I'd much rather see us have a shit finish and figure out what the fuck we got, what the fuck we need to buy, than watch, just kind of all bleh.
No, definitely. I had a quick mention for our boy Jose.
Yeah.
Getting in touch. Told me a lovely anecdote about his friend picking Chelsea based on the color of their shirts. Because he's not super into football because it was one of the only sports that was around during lockdown.
Right.
Got super into football.
Oh, good on him.
Well, chose Chelsea. He's a woke individual, if you will.
Okay.
Very proud of his Chelsea Black Lives Matter shirt. Just wanted to point out the irony in that. That's all.
Let's just say, Chelsea fans, we bit racist.
We bit racist.
We bit racist.
What I did enjoy from Chelsea, though, was watching Olivier Giroud and Christian Pulisic continuing their fine form. Was brilliant for them in both of their matches. And then I guess you'll probably want to get on to...
Well, first we'll just hit on Manchester United real quick.
Okay.
Big win over Villa. But you could start to tell in that win over Villa that they were starting to slow down, and it bit them in the ass today when they tried to see out the game against Southampton. Now, misfortunate that a player went off that had just come on. You probably
badly as well.
You probably do see that out if that player stays on the pitch.
Yep.
But 94th minute, give up a goal, you end up drawing 2-2, and you go from being on cruise control and everybody's like, Europe, it's theirs, right? Now they still get to play Leicester, so they got every chance of getting into Europe.
Into the Champions League specifically.
Right, the Champions League
They're in
spot.
5th, and I don't think they're going to fall out of 5th.
Right, but Champions League's ultimately what they really want.
Of course, yeah.
But as United fans, all the doubt comes creeping back in. all the Norwegian
Of
gym
course.
teacher pep talks start
Yep.
come creeping back in.
100%.
That little bit of doubt actually happened today.
100%.
Now we chatted a little bit about Arsenal and Leicester already, so why don't we just, you know what, Sam? The microphone is yours. Talk all you want about the North London derby.
Sayed Kolasinac. It's just me and you, buddy. Just want to talk to you. Hopefully you're listening. You're a cunt. That was a terrible pass. I don't know if you're cross-eyed. I don't know if you didn't look at all, if you closed your eyes because you were scared. But you turned back towards your own goal, even though you had Kieran Tierney, who replaced you earlier in the season. Free and wide, decided not to pass to him, turn to your own goal, and then play a pass about 3 yards or 4 yards wide of David Luiz, who also was in the wrong for coming too close to you. I'll give you that much. And then was also weak in the recovery. You ruined the game for us. It was terrible. That back line needs to go. All three of them. Not happy. Also had a brief fleeting moment of maybe if he wasn't in the car, we'd be rid of Ozil's contract when those knifers took over. Yeah. So he saved us that headache too.
Now you see a mean friend would have brought that up and reveled in one's misery. Right?
I'll give
much like how you reveled in the misery of me when Liverpool finally won the league. And Sam, I just want to let you know, I'm a better friend than you are. I'm a better human being than you are. And see, you need to understand, I model myself off of everybody's inspiration, Mr. Son. And what a deserving recipient for that first goal, for that gift that was given to him. It was so lovely, wasn't it? And we strive. Myself and Son strive to be more, to be better, to be inspiration to the children. Sammy, look at me. To the children. Damn it. Please continue.
Alexandre Lacazette is a saint, as is Emiliano Martinez. They were both excellent. Mason Greenwood with your thunderbolt. Eat your heart out. Lacazette showed you how to properly strike a ball from outside the area. Okay. Troy Deeney, you can only do that from the spot. Take notice. Alexandre Lacazette, let me call him by his proper name, Zeus. Because he was throwing fucking lightning bolts, okay?
Okay.
That was that. And then...
If only he could have done it twice.
And then... by the way, fuck Giovanni Lo Celso. He's a bitch, too. He's a big bitch. Aubameyang struck the bar. Hugo Lloris was equal to an excellent half volley, also from Aubameyang. Very unlucky. And then, really, this game, I think...
Was it truly excellent, Sam? If it was excellent, wouldn't it have gone in the back of the net?
No, it was a great... There was nothing else he could have done with it. It was an excellent strike.
Okay.
But Lloris made a fantastic save. Both of them stood on their heads in that
Melissa,
instant.
Did I just hear Sam Graham compliment a Spur? Isolate that, please.
I mean, I didn't. I was playing my island game because I figured he was going to talk for the next half hour.
Yeah, pretty much. He's not crying yet, so he's certainly not done.
I don't even know who scored their second goal. I didn't write it down because I'm just mad, I guess.
Alderweireld on a header.
Kieran Tierney was marking one of their center backs. Why? Sam, answer the fucking question.
Would be because he looks up to him?
Fuck you. Yeah, he looked up to him heading the ball in the back of the net. It was absolutely atrocious from my boys at the back. It was very disappointing. Emiliano Martinez did everything he could, played very, very well. We had chances to kill the game off again and didn't. And they made us pay for it. It was a typical Jose performance. I don't think they played particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it was. Nice to see Pepe get stuck in, put in a couple tackles as well. Mark, our friend, did very well to not talk to me that day, nor today.
Oh yeah, we all know not to talk to you. You're just
so he was good. He was good. I'll give him that respect. He is going to text me tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yep.
Because it's been now 40 hours or so.
Yep. Because you're a sore loser.
Very. I don't lose well. I'm like Klopp in that respect.
Much like the shot of Malort you're going to do, Sam, try to be more like me, more like Son, an inspiration to the children.
It was very depressing, this game. And I just want to say, I'm not okay.
You're not okay?
I'm not okay.
Not okay.
After this. No. No.
Come enjoy. Drink Malort with us.
I'm not okay.
We've had our shot of Malort. You have your shot of Malort. God, it tastes awful, doesn't it? Kind of tastes like losing to Spurs. Finishing things up in so that happened. And Sam, we're already at 45. I know we got 20 to cover, so let's keep it rolling. Oh, 55, yeah. Woohoo! All right, finishing it up. Manchester City 5, Newcastle 0, Manchester City 5, Brighton 0, Manchester City 5, everybody else 0, Liverpool 3, Brighton 0, Liverpool 1, Burnley 1. 10 fucking goals in 2 games, Sam. 10 fucking goals in 2 games. 25 goals and 3 against since the restart.
Yeah.
For City.
They've been absolutely, the word I chose to use after the Brighton game was delectable.
Yeah.
City were just absolutely delectable. You could taste the performance. It was brilliant. I do want to point out the hat-trick goal of Raheem Sterling. Going up for an obviously not going to win header.
Right.
The defender heading it straight up into the air, and then falling over after bumping into Sterling. Sterling falling over, and the ball just miraculously landing on top of his head and nutmegging Matt Ryan.
And going right into the
You
back
gotta
of
be
the net.
fucking kidding me. It's like, talent perpetuates luck.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
And luck perpetuates confidence. And it's a and confidence perpetuates talent. It's a never-ending circle.
Right place, right time. You think you're going to score, you put yourself in a position to score, and you fucking score.
And City's been doing that all season. And this was just I know I keep using the word, in microcosm, that was City.
Brighton, to just touch on them real quick between their 2 matches, Brighton's just happy to still be up, and they're just seeing out the season now, aren't they? 8 goals in 2.
So.
And a pleasant, quote, guard of honor to Liverpool as they walked in.
Why are we still getting guards of honor?
Because it's Liverpool and they chokes on dicks. That's what happens, man. Everybody's going,
Please
Liverpool.
remember this is DU during the day.
Yes. He chokes on dick. That's what happens.
All right.
Everybody for Liverpool. That's what it is. I don't care if it's my blue-colored fucking glasses. That's exactly what it is.
Sticking with it. Got it. I mean, the Newcastle, both of these were training matches, to be honest with you.
They demolished them.
9 shots on target. Newcastle only had 1. City had 5 goals, so they scored on more than 50% of their shots. They had 73% possession, and really there's not much else to say. Although, Matt Ritchie, what the fuck are you doing? Terrible tackle that took the ball into his own player.
Yep.
Which I think was Federico Fernandez. Yep. And got him the fine for scoring an own goal.
Yep.
Idiot. Absolutely terrible. That was pathetic.
So quickly with City and then move on to Liverpool and Burnley and wrap this up. City is one of those teams that a lot of the soccer purists and supporters have really don't have much opinion of. It's like, oh, they're nouveau riche. They just got a ton of money. They're successful now because they can buy everything. We kind of have this attitude about them, right?
Yeah.
It's not a respect. It's not even a hatred. It's just a whatever. You buy the league. Great. Good on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does this financial fair play ruling, and I don't want to get into the X's and O's of what happened, but simply put, they have, for a $10 million fine, are allowed to break the rules.
Yep.
And they openly broke the rules. They vehemently would not cooperate with the powers that be.
Which is why they wanted the excessive fine
Right.
that they lowered from 30 million euros.
Right. Do we finally now have a reason, just as overall supporters, to be like, yeah, fuck City?
100%.
Yeah, I feel like we finally do. I feel like we really
100%.
finally have a reason to hate City, because it's like, oh, you had this huge injection, this influx of cash, and everything changed for you, and your fortunes changed for you, and now you're acting like you're the fucking kings of the fucking planet, and it's just because you got a fuck ton of money, and financial fair play doesn't let you get away with it, who watch in 3 years are going to be there patting themselves on the back when they fucking sanction Everton, going, we saved them from themselves. See, financial fair play works, which is exactly what's going to fucking happen. And it's the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer, and nobody could fucking care. It's pretty terrible. And I think the poster child of that now for us in the Premier League is Manchester City.
The last thing that I will say about the Court for Arbitration of Sports ridiculous and frivolous ruling was that it was definitely a win for the little guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what they said, too. Fuck off. Now, Liverpool gets the win against Brighton. Liverpool ties Burnley 1-1. Liverpool didn't get Burnleyed. Liverpool got poped. Nick Pope. Why is he not the number one? My guy is the number one. Why is Nick Pope not the number one for fucking England?
His distribution is garbage. That's exactly why. Because Jordan Pickford
distributes well.
Plays the ball out of the back very well. Throws, kicks. He's accurate, and he sprays
and is
passes
prone
all
and
over.
is prone to giving up a goal. And the last time I checked, what a goalkeeper's not supposed to do
is give up fucking
That's
goals.
their one fucking job, is make sure the ball doesn't go in the back of the net.
Nick Pope was outstanding this weekend.
Jesus,
I
he was
think
incredible.
no matter what happens, you will see Nick Pope move on from Burnley. You will see McCarthy move on from Southampton. And you will see
Ramsdale
move on from Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Now they may end up.
I think you may see Heaton move on if Villa goes down.
I think one of them you might see end up at Leeds, being such a big club coming back up.
Right.
Maybe Ramsdale.
Yeah.
You might see end up at Leeds because Bournemouth are in a similar position to any club being promoted, being expected to be in.
Right, correct.
And obviously having the wherewithal to deal with it. But I think somebody like Newcastle, even though they have Dubravka, I think they could get fair coin for Dubravka. They could buy one of these other goalkeepers relatively cheaply and be able to take the money from Dubravka selling him to the continent and put that into more players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think you see somebody like the one thing I hope is that they don't end up at clubs where they're the number two.
I think Heaton ends up at a club where he's a number two, but I think it's by choice. If Villa goes down, I think Heaton is the number two at Man U next year.
Oh, they may at this point they may bring Dean Henderson back.
But you want Dean Henderson playing at his age, right?
Absolutely, you do. I'm not saying it was a good decision for the player.
Right.
It's all on what the club need at that point.
I think they'll loan out Dean Henderson again, and I think
hope so.
they'll bring in a guy like Heaton because then they just it's utter and complete confidence. You know, if De Gea is having a one of his brain fart weeks, you can put in Heaton, and Heaton's going to get the job fucking done.
Yep, absolutely.
So
I think one of the clubs in London, somebody like Crystal Palace, which technically would be a step up from Bournemouth or a step up from Southampton.
Guayit is a pretty decent keeper, though.
Maybe not Southampton, but a step up from Bournemouth probably. I think Watford, Ben Foster's getting older. That would be a step up in stature because those clubs have been around in the Premier League for longer.
Chelsea apparently wants Pickford, and I don't think we can't sell him fast enough if they want to give us money.
And then you would end up with one of these guys
precisely
at your place. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
If you did that. And if they want him, I still don't think they're sold on Kepa.
Yep.
Necessarily.
One final question to wrap up this segment and make it real quick. Does Liverpool get 100 points? They need 7 in their next 3.
Yeah, and they've got to play the mighty Arsenal on Thursday.
And then they got to play Chelsea.
Is it Thursday or Wednesday?
Thursday.
I think it's Thursday, right?
Thursday or Wednesday. Who knows? We'll know in injury time.
Got to play the mighty Arsenal on Thursday, and that's never a guaranteed 3 points. You heard it here first.
Well, and also
fucking shoot me, mate.
Also, Sam, you win that game precisely because you're fucking Arsenal. Just to
piss me off.
Just to really drive Gooner
me
fans a little extra fucking crazy. You're going to be standing on the top of the building, looking over, ready to jump off, and you're going to win 2-0. And you're going to be like, oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We lose 5-0 to City in the FA Cup semifinal.
Yeah, you know what? The Arsenal's results, especially towards the end of the season, you know what they are? White out.
Heard. Yeah.
Liquid paper. Just going right over the cracks. It doesn't exist.
Yep.
It's fine. It's spackle.
Doesn't mean a thing.
Yeah, not really even as good as drywall. And drywall sucks. Just a little spackle right over that.
I'm honestly beginning to wonder. I don't think it's not that I don't think Klopp wants it. It's not that I don't think the supporters want it. I don't think the players really fucking care to get the 100 points either. They're happy with the fucking title.
Nah,
you know
they don't give a shit.
And in some regards, you can't blame them. But it's fitting because then all the Reds who desperately want to have the 100-point season, desperately want to be the greatest team of all time, end up just winning 1 trophy. Which I will remind every single one of them.
Not just win one. Stop saying that.
Oh, the Club World Cup.
The Club World Cup.
Yeah, because that meant something when they won it, but every time they never won it, they didn't. Oh, it's a waste of a tournament. But
that's Jose. Come on, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah,
I won 8 treble this season. Included the community shield in the fucking thing. Come on.
So my last thought on them is that I will say every single Liverpool fan I asked, every single one, I said you can have only one, and it's just the Prem. Would you take it? They all said yes. So when they start bitching and moaning, let's remind them, you said if you could have just one and it's the Prem, would you take it? They said fucking yes. It's time to tell you what little we know. It is prediction time. Sammy, you got Jamie effing Vardied, and now find yourself down $3,347.
Awesome.
So I'm assuming 5,000 is just around the corner, as you're just going to pick whack job bets the rest of the way to try to catch me.
No, so this one I'm actually going to pick a decent bet here.
Okay.
And I'm only betting 100 on it.
Oh.
Okay.
The bookie said no more, huh?
Because that's all he has left is 100.
I'm saving it for the final game of the season.
Oh, okay. Where you
try
pick all
to
10?
come back.
Heard. All right, go for it.
So I have Everton versus Aston Villa.
Nope. Don't you dare pick Villa.
I've got a draw.
Nope.
On the cards, under 2.5 goals, and Richarlison to score at any time. So basically, a 1-1 draw
with Richarlison.
To score. That is my bet. 100 cold hard US dollars will bring me back 19 hundo.
Wow.
Fine. He just ensured a Villa win.
Yep, probably did. All right, well, let's check in on...
Just trying to do my thing for the people, you know? The real people's club, Aston Villa.
Let's check on someone who is now $8 under 1,000 because his bet hit.
And now, it's time for our degenerate gambling friend Pat's Pick of the Week.
Wait, $8 under 1,000. So he's minus 992?
Yeah. Because
how come you say to me, it make me look like such an asshole? You're down this amount of money. And then for him, you go, oh, he's $8 down under 1,000. What does that mean? No one knows what that means. Call him a cunt, too. He's minus 992.
Now let me read this, and you'll understand exactly why I just said what I said.
Well,
big money. Well, finally, after weeks of losing, I've won ... $8 fucking dollars. Oh my God! The guy might know what he's talking about when he's trying to set up a fucking segment.
Don't
read
care.
my fucking notes, you fucking tool.
No.
I'm just taking one bet this week, and not even a good game, but I think I've got a feeling about it. Friday, it is West Ham playing Watford. I got it at a pick'em, and I'm going to put $100 down on Watford at plus 120. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.
In terms of actual betting, it's a very dangerous game to bet.
It is, because it's very unpredictable.
100%. You could very well get the gentleman's elbow bump, since we can't shake hands, Mel.
Right.
Due to COVID.
Hence why I was telling you he was down $8 under 1,000 because he only won $8. I was setting up the joke. But you again, back of the shirt, all about me. That's what your shirt says.
No,
you just had to go
into
into
what
that.
it is I just don't like getting shit on and other people performing almost as badly and not getting shit on.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out the
hold
math. If he's 8 under, how has he won $8?
He won $8.
No, he was down 1,000 even.
Right.
And he won $8. So now he's only down 992.
Right.
Yeah.
I just needed it explained by somebody else.
I'd also like to know where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego
more than 3 times worse than what he is, close to what I'm doing.
Hey,
you're at
3,300.
Listen, and he's at 900.
Let me ask you a question. Is he winning?
Nope.
Well, fuck him.
You know who is winning?
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
Dare I say, Daddy is on a heater. Oh, my God. I am now up. Oh, Jesus. I forgot to write it down. Man.
Well, since we don't know, it's unproven.
It was 437 was the win, and I was at 264. So I'm now at like
437 was the win.
Yep.
264 would be
where I was
706. 706.
You know what's great is I could pull out the calculator and help you guys out, but I'm just sitting here watch this go down.
Yep. So
All right,
I'm
fine.
$700 up.
Essentially.
Yeah. You know what $700 up isn't? Down $3,000.
Or
Okay.
down 980, 992.
992.
All right. And what was even more fitting is that I actually, yes. Oh, 673.
I think it's 673.
That'll work. Yeah,
I
that
think
sounds right. I thought it was in like high 600s.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was guesstimating before.
I just forgot to
I can
put it
go on
down.
a shopping spree with those winnings.
Yeah. And I thought it was even more fitting that I hit my bet on the same way when you lost your bet. Was me, Jamie Vardy scoring to make your game a tie, made my bet hit. That was pretty great. So this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the second little FU and just rub it in a little bit more, Sammy. I'm going to take Jamie F. and Vardy to score at any time as the Foxes play the Blades, and I'm going to take them to draw as well. So I want to draw and Vardy to score at any time at plus 900. You know, Sam, I'm looking in that mirror. I don't even see you there. Are you back there? Are you even back there? Are you a couple towns away? I haven't seen you for a while. Where are you?
Well, hit the button.
Now,
I'm just watching.
now that was a great segment.
Was it?
Okay, that was a mediocre segment.
For him, it was a great segment. Yeah.
But we're going to improve upon that segment because we give you Kitty the Chicken.
All right, great news for you Kitty fans. She's in much better spirits. And she's also back to over 500, so things are seemingly back to normal up in the coop. So this week, I gave Kitty Man City hosting the Cherries. Now, Kitty started clucking Wonderwall. Now, it's one of her favorite songs by her favorite group. And she pulled out her cell phone because now Gertie's letting her back into the coop to
good.
get her cell
That's
phone
good.
and her
That's very
iPad and
good.
stuff. And she pulled out a picture of her backstage at another Oasis concert. So clearly she's going with City for the win.
She's also a very old chicken because they haven't
Yeah.
played together since 94.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh,
Got
she's
it
got
right.
a lot. I think she used to follow them for a while.
And Noel and Liam haven't spoken to each other in fucking years.
I know.
Well, she's still working on that.
Remember, she's been doing the brothers counseling,
Oh, that's
the
right.
siblings
Yeah.
counseling here
So
at the coop.
if Kitty's involved, you got to imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
All we can expect is there's an Oasis reunion tour coming.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen. And also the fact that Kitty just gets all around the world.
she is the
You know
most
who's fit?
world-renowned chicken.
You know who's fit?
Who's fit?
Noel's daughter. Anais? Cool, mate. It's all right.
As the segment goes crashing
I
into
know.
a wall, honey, what should you always do?
I think you're supposed to not stalk daughters, but always gamble legally and
She's of age.
responsibly.
She's of age. We didn't play, and
Sluts didn't play. Segment over.
see you next week.
DU didn't play. FK Sluts is off until next Friday, and I'll watch the match then.
Yep.
Hopefully some much needed rest because they have been on a bit of a slide lately.
Bit of a spiral.
And that about wraps it up, boys and girls. Unfortunately, though, I point to my esteemed colleague for parting words, which really sucks because typically when he has parting words, it's because somebody's doing some really awful fucking shit.
That's right.
And as he's proclaimed many a time, he's going to keep talking about it if people keep doing it. Well, Sammy, regrettably, I pass the microphone over to you. Any parting words?
Yes, sir, I do.
The fuck?
In a reincarnation from a few weeks ago of calling out cunts, I have to take a 12-year-old to task. Because prior to the Aston Villa Crystal Palace game, we found out later, a 12-year-old boy decided to not tweet. It was on Instagram. He messaged Wilfred Zaha from Crystal Palace, calling him a black cunt. He said, "You better not score today, you black cunt, or I will show up at your house dressed as a ghost."
I mean, really? The fuck, dude? The fuck?
And then proceeded to send him a picture of members of the KKK. I have two things that I find absolutely abhorrent here. And then one other thing that I find mildly amusing. First important thing. Where are the parents? What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck can't you teach your child to be a nice, loving person?
Right.
One. Second, the child got 1A. The child got arrested. Why weren't the parents arrested? He learned this shit from somewhere. In the UK, they have much more stringent laws against hate speech and everything else. Obviously, they don't have the Constitution. There is no free speech, as it were. So hate speech falls under to non-protected speech there, and you get arrested for it. Here, that hate speech actually has to lead to a riot for you to be charged with that crime.
Right.
There, doesn't have to. Okay, so that's...
And forget the fact that he was a child. Good on them for flat out putting
arresting him.
Cold steel to his wrist and arresting his fucking ass.
Yeah.
You'll learn something from that, won't you, little one?
I hope so. Hope his parents do. Because it's absolutely ridiculous and abhorrent. Number 2, just the fact that it was a fucking child. Number 1, parents. Why does your child have Instagram at 12 years old? Number 2, why does he feel comfortable saying these words? Number 3, why does he feel these ways? Not taking blame away from the child, because ultimately he is the one that typed the words. Where were the parents?
Does this child even know what the severity of those words mean?
Does he even know what he's saying?
What the image of a Ku Klux Klan picture means?
No, he doesn't.
Images of someone in blackface on a cornflake box. What that means?
Excellently brings me to my final point that I found mildly amusing. Get your own racist shit, you little cunt. The Ku Klux Klan is ours. Okay, that's a uniquely American fucking thing. You dickhead.
Wait a minute. The fuck?
You dickhead. Get your own racist shit. That's ours. Okay, at least at the bare fucking minimum. If you're gonna be a cunt, if you're gonna break the golden motherfucking rule.
What is the golden rule, Sam?
Of not being a cunt. Don't be a cunt. That's the golden rule, DBAC. But if you're going to break the rule of not being a cunt, at least, for fuck's sake, be original. And you weren't. That's one of the biggest problems I have with Americans using Nazi flags. That's already been decided, man. Yeah. We figured that one out. Also, belong to the Germans. Leave it alone. It's not yours.
You find your own shit.
It's not yours. Find your own thing. Iron Cross. Okay, fine. No one else had it. Oh, no, the Germans had that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least at the bare minimum, be creative.
Have some originality, for fuck's sake.
God damn. This absolutely highlights, absolutely brings into focus the importance of kneeling before games, of spreading the message of Black Lives Matter, and continuing the education and the fight that we are now all in. The ignorance of these fucking assholes is willful. The ignorance of these people is a disease worse than COVID, and we will fucking overcome. We will get it done, and I will never stop using my platform, as little as it might be, to make that known. Fuck you, little boy. Fuck your parents. Eat a dick.
Very good. Now, with that in mind, we're going to introduce a new mascot to the fold. As we've just mentioned, our favorite motto is DBAC, and we like to use it in that regards because obviously we understand the severity of the word in the English language versus the Great Britain version of the word. But this is a English Premier League show, so we're going to use English Premier League, English slang, quote unquote. So we have DBAC. I would like to introduce to you, Sam, every time that there is a cunt out there, I'm going to put on the DBAC Bearhead, our newest mascot. So you had a cunt to talk about. Let me show you our new mascot. Don't be a cunt bear. Don't be a cunt. Please, just don't be a cunt. It's not that hard. Look, I have a pink head and I'm happy. Just don't be a cunt.
It's tad bit frightened, to be honest. This actually, with you that hat on, might actually turn into a hashtag Me Too moment. We might run into a whole nother set of issues here, and I'm very scared. However, I appreciate the effort, and that's brilliant.
I'm gonna get Chris to do us a shirt that just says DBAC Bear.
DBAC, yep.
And,
DBAC Bear.
and maybe when we finally get back to having live shows again, we will make sure the DBAC Bear is there.
Yep.
And I'll take a picture of him, and we'll make a meme of him. And if we don't feel comfortable doing DBAC to somebody, we can just put up the bear, just picture of the bear face, and go. You know what that means.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, the last couple things I have is with a $15,300 day, $300 people day testing positive in Florida. Wash your motherfucking hands, wear your fucking mask, and stop taking your pathetic little anger out on black people.
Yeah, very simple, isn't it? Very simple.
And get your own goddamn racist mascot, you cunts.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Now, my little shout out real quick, although we were actively rooting for them to not win because we didn't like how they ended up in the playoffs, there does have to be a hearty congratulations to Wickham, who has won promotion to the championship. It is the first time in their 133-year history they have made it up to the second flight of professional football.
Well done.
So
well done, lads.
Good on them. And one of the players on the team jokingly in an interview said, the only call I'm taking on my WhatsApp tonight is from Klopp. Got a call from Klopp to congratulate him on the promotion. Next up is injury time. It's us just previewing the next week's games and having a little fun and talking about beer. And where do we find that, Sammy?
www.patreon.com/DUfootballshow. There are multiple tiers you can donate to become a Patreon member. $1 tier gets you a sticker. $5 tier gets you the extra content, a sticker, and a koozie. And a $9 tier gets you the full shebang. You also get a video about your club once a month, recapping how your fucking month went as a team.
Yep.
And what you need to do to change it based on our stupid-ass opinion.
Right, which means fuck all, because we've learned from last week we got it all wrong. All of it.
I was
all
just
wrong.
about to say we were typically right.
No, we're typically wrong. So wrong.
But pay for it.
All right. The Buckfast is definitely a-flowing.
Oh, it's hitting.
Let's get to it. Thanks again, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. Until next time,
good night.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Smell the Malort. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Brooklyn United! Brooklyn United! Hit the fucking mute button!